As an Italian culture content creator, these are three ways that I found to be successful when creating cultural content online. Number one is authenticity. Number two is curiosity. And number three is positivity. Let's start with number one, authenticity. When we talk about creating cultural content, authenticity is of the utmost importance. You are representing a lot of people's identities, nostalgia, memories, experiences, oftentimes what makes people who they are, think the way that they are, and act the way that they do. Cultural identity is extremely important in today's world. It always honestly has been, but it's really important today because everyone, especially post COVID, is trying to find that community or trying to maintain that community and not lose it. So when you're in this space, you want to be as authentic as possible. I think I started off that way when I came into the space, and I would like to continue to do so, and I plan to continue to do so, because every cultural content creator has a different spin on what authenticity is, because it obviously depends where you come from, what your personality is, what your interests are, and what you want to talk about. On ORIUNDI, obviously I talk a lot about more factual or informational things, history, immigration, linguistics, a lot of food and different cultural stories and history, whether it's from Italy or the Italian diaspora, and also touching on different communities in the world that have Italian culture embedded within them, et cetera, et cetera. So my authenticity comes through a lot of times the lens of experience, because I've been to these places, I've experienced what it's like being in an Italian community in, let's say, different parts of the United States or Brazil. And so I can offer that authentic take that I have the experience, that I've been there. And also the authenticity of the content that I bring to you are things that I'm actually passionate about. I really like doing the research and learning more and more about the Italian culture and the Italian diaspora culture in the world. So when you see content coming from me, it's authentic, and I think that's extremely important in this cultural niche, because even though it's just a video or it's online, people will be able to see the authenticity right away, whether you're just trying to follow a trend or whether you're actually being authentic in what you do because you like it, because you're passionate about it, and you want others to be passionate about it too. Moving on to number two, which is curiosity. I think that it's very important in any media to leave the audience with some thoughts after they watch your content, your video, or listen to what you have to say. And I think it also starts from the creator themselves. For example, I'm a very curious person. I'm always curious to learn more about this specific niche, whether, again, it be something specific to linguistics or another Italian community in the world or a piece of history or an origin of a food. I really am a curious person to learn and research on my own, to understand more about this culture, to learn more facts, to have a wider, array of knowledge on this topic. And I think that by having that curiosity and by bringing forth those unique topics, you also intrigue an audience, and you're able to allow them to also utilize their curiosity characteristics and to do more research on something that you say. Because a lot of times the videos are just 45 seconds or a minute. They're not really that long, and they can only cover so much. So that curiosity allows other people to do their own research. And at the end of the day, that's one of the reasons that I'm here, is to make people look further into their roots or look further into their culture, which is the Italian or Italian diaspora culture, and learn more. So bringing that curiosity out of people is a big piece of wanting them to come back and watch your content, because you almost give them that launching point of what to pay attention to, what to look into, and that can change experiences in their life or lead them to do more research or develop different hobbies based on just what you say on a daily basis in your videos. Because I can't cover everything as if I'm an encyclopedia, but I can give you the base knowledge, and if you're really, really interested, you can obviously dig as deep into it as you want. With all the information that we have in the world today, you're able to find a lot. So I think that's a great aspect of building uh, good content in the cultural creation space as well. And then the last aspect is positivity. I think, especially in Italian or Italian diaspora cultural uh, content creation, there's a lot of negativity, whether it's one group pointing out that this group isn't Italian or Italian enough, or different diaspora groups going at it, or stereotypes being displayed or utilized for the purposes of growth or things of that nature, which can be seen a lot. And it's hard not to fall into that as a content creator, because a lot of times that's what sells and that's what is really been utilized in the entertainment space, particularly in communities like the Italian American community, where that has allowed people to become very successful by utilizing kind of just very, very specific or stringent negative stereotypes. That's not always the case. There's a lot of, we can't shy away from negative aspects, and there are a lot of negative stereotypes that hold a lot of truth to them. And you can't just skip over negative stuff and skip over that in history. But at the same time, I think bringing positivity, bringing connectiveness, bringing people together in a community form through positive aspects, like visiting different places, by bringing information to people, by allowing them to connect more with their roots, or bring back memories of their grandparents, or food that they ate growing up, or to connect them further and make them want to do more research into their family, make them want to go back to Italy and visit the hometowns of their ancestors. Bringing this level of positivity, which also stems from curiosity and authenticity, and not engaging in a lot of the negativity that's online, not engaging in the negative comments, not engaging in the negative stereotypes. I think that allows you to come across as, bringing back to point number one, as authentic. And I think that by bringing that positivity out as well, which is hard to find online and it's hard to develop as well as a creator. It's not easy to always be positive, and it's not easy to always have comment sections or have reactions that are positive, but to try and always keep the level head and keep moving forward and having that positive mission and letting everything else come behind that, I think that's extremely important as well. So to wrap it all up, the three main aspects that I've found to be successful, albeit at this point to a small scale, in cultural content creation, and specifically in Italian culture content creation, but I think this can apply anywhere, are authenticity, curiosity, and positivity. And I think if you can focus on those three things, you can build a really good base and really good content speaking about your specific culture. So thank you for watching. I hope that I was able to add some of my experiences and successes so that you can get started on your cultural creation journey. Ciao for now.